Alright guys, welcome back to Urge. Moving on the Subclass Series into the next subclass, which is the Banneret Fighter, or also known
The
as...
Purple People Eater.
The Purple Dragon Knight.
Oh, that's what it is.
Okay, very close, very similar.
Dang, so close.
But, if you're new to the channel or to the Subclass Series, what we're going to do is we're going to go through all the abilities gained in the subclass, and we're going to rate it based on its roleplay value, combat value, and overall class synergy, based on how the abilities gained in this subclass improve on the base class abilities. We're also doing a giveaway for the new Tasha's book coming out soon, so if you want to be entered in that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be notified, if you're actually the winner, you want to hit that bell as well, so you get that, so you actually know if you won. But we're going to be giving away at least 2 copies of that book, so make sure you comment down below so you can be entered in that giveaway.
Because who doesn't like free stuff?
Yes, it's going to be an awesome book. It looks really cool.
Yes, 22 subclasses. More work for us. Yay!
Yes, cool stuff. But we'll jump straight into this subclass for today, guys. Alex, take them away.
Bingo. Level 3, we start out with Rallying Cry, and there's a theme with most of these abilities you will catch on to. You can now inspire your allies to fight past their injuries. When you use your second wind feature, you can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet of you that are allied with you. Each one regains hit points equal to your fighter level, provided that creature can see or hear you. So when you Rallying Cry, when you use your second wind on yourself, which you get, per short rest, you could basically give a heal to everyone within 60 feet. That's a big reach. 60 feet is a big radius for an AoE heal.
That is huge, yeah.
For level 3, and it's going to scale pretty well because it keeps going up with your fighter level. So not bad. Also at level 7, you get Royal Envoy. So this is considered a knight of the Royal Cormorian crown. So you got your fancy title and your fancy peoples. You gain proficiency in the persuasion skill, but if you were already proficient with persuasion, you can choose one of the following: animal handling, insight, intimidation, or performance. So no worries about double dipping there unnecessarily. They give you a choice if you took persuasion earlier on, either through your background or whatever. Also, your proficiency bonus is doubled when you make any ability check that uses persuasion. You receive this benefit regardless of the skill proficiency you gain from this feature. So no matter what, you're a smooth talker, almost like a bard or something. So that's kind of fun.
Except you won't have charisma.
Except you won't have the charisma stat to back it up, but still, either way. Very much thematic of the High Court.
Yes. Then at level 10, we have Inspiring Surge. When you use your Action Surge ability, you can choose 1 creature within 60 feet of you that is an ally. When you use this ability, creature can make 1 melee or ranged attack with its reaction, provided it can see or hear you. At 17th level, you can choose 2 allies within 60 feet rather than 1. So whenever you're getting your extra action, you're also going to be giving an extra attack to an ally within 60 feet, which is probably going to be most of your allies, or at least a couple of them.
Yeah. Maybe there's a wizard hiding out, trying not to get hit out of the corner.
But definitely another nice way to trigger some more sneak attacks from your rogue or whatever.
Yep.
Then lastly, at level 15, we have Bulwark. You can extend the benefit of your Indomitable feature to an ally, though there are some limitations with this. When you decide to use Indomitable roll on an Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma saving throw, and you aren't incapacitated, you can choose an ally within 60 feet of you that also failed its saving throw against the same effect. If that creature can see or hear you, it can re-roll its saving throw and must use the new roll. So, if you're not familiar with Indomitable, basically normally as a fighter, whenever you fail a saving throw, you get to use a new roll to try to make it. It's not advantage or disadvantage. You just get a new roll and you keep it no matter what it is. So if you roll worse than the first one, you're just out of luck with that. Yep. But with this, it's going to be limited to only those 3 saving throws: Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma. So it's a little bit more limited, but you do get to spread it to allies, which is a nice little bonus on there. But those are all the abilities gained in the subclass. Pretty quick and straightforward on that side of things. So we'll move straight into the rating section. And first up, we have the roleplay value. Asterisk, as always, when we talk about the roleplay value, we're talking about interacting with NPCs, interacting with the world around you, avoiding combat, non-combat scenarios, basically everything outside of the initiative order.
Right.
We are not talking about acting out your class fantasy, lore, history, background, all of those things acting out your abilities. Those are on you. We're talking about the mechanics on here and how those mechanics in the subclass are going to improve your potential to roleplay.
Bingo.
So, looking at these abilities on here, there's very strongly focused on the combat side of things.
Indeed.
But there are a couple things on here. There are some niche uses maybe with Rallying Cry. You could use it like you go to a hospital or something and you just hey, everybody, feel better, or whatever. And
all the people's feels better.
They get healed up a little bit, a couple people. So there's that kind of stuff that's very niche use. But the main thing is going to be the Royal Envoy. We're getting the persuasion skill and then basically getting expertise in it. You're getting to double your proficiency. And if you already chose it, you get another choice from it. So you don't just miss out on the ability, basically.
Right, it's not wasted.
Right. So, like I said, everything else is a little more. Bulwark maybe as another thing, because wisdom saving throws can be RP sometimes outside of combat. Someone's trying to charm you or something, to trick you or something.
AoE charm, but basically doing a lot of Fey peoples.
Right. Yeah. So it's possible, but way more on the niche side. So we just went with a 2.5 on the RP.
Yep.
So with that, most of the RP that's going to come from this is going to be from you as the player. You're not going to get a whole lot of bonuses from the abilities gained in the subclass in the RP sense.
Well, again, if the one is lower, usually the other one is higher. That's definitely the case here, as Jameson said. 3 of the 4 abilities are strictly focused on combat, at least in how they're worded and phrased, and all 4 of them can definitely be used in combat. Yep. Your second wind feature is a once per short rest use. Unfortunately, that doesn't scale in terms of number of uses, but the efficiency of it does scale with your level, so that's helpful. Early on, especially, and as you go, it's still always going to be fun to have a fighter that can do a quick little AoE heal on his turn. Just be like,
hit everybody.
Yeah, here's 10 health for 4 people. Like it's not bad. That's not a cleric or a druid or a bard, somebody using a spell slot to do that healing, or a paladin having to use their action with their lay on hands to heal.
Yep.
It's a bonus action heal to peoples. Yep. So that's pretty good. On Inspiring Surge, letting somebody else get that one extra weapon attack, it's fine. It's not super crazy powerful. You're giving somebody one extra attack. The one lone exception to that being, of course, rogues.
Yeah, can you trigger sneak attack?
If you can trigger an extra sneak attack, this becomes a little silly, giving rogues an extra chance to do a ton of damage at once. Heaven forbid if they're the rogue from our party, they like to find natural 20s a lot more often than they should. But that's a different animal altogether. But besides that, it's not a bad thing, but the fact that I like that it does scale up at level 18, give you 2 allies at once, so you got a really nice choice of burst, and you're praying for a rogue and a paladin in there, so you can smite confirm plus sneak attack and just really burn somebody to death. So that's solid. And finally, the bulwark, it's never a bad thing to give somebody else a chance to give a saving throw, re-roll a saving throw, because usually with intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throws, when those do come about, those are bad.
Yeah, intelligence particularly.
Yeah, if they do come about, banishments in terms of is a charisma based thing. So if you've got those aren't not as common. Unfortunately, it would be a lot better if this was any saving throw like the baseline Indomitable is, being able to avoid somebody does delayed blast fireball. Oh fart. Me and somebody else could try to re-roll the saving throw. That'd be a lot better. Yeah. But still, overall, it's fine. It's decent. Nothing too crazy powerful, but a lot of things that are helpful. We went with a 3.5 out of a possible 5. Definitely some room for more consistent, reliability from other places. But overall, not bad. Nothing really lacking, I would say.
I think it just gives you some more options for stuff you're already going to be using anyway, which it's just a welcome thing. It's more on the simple side, but it's nothing crazy, but it definitely is going to help out when it does.
Well, like you said before, it really lends more to a support role fighter, because it's not really helping you specifically do anything extra
really
in here.
At all.
Yeah,
it's mostly helping other people.
Yeah, except for the RP roll envoy thing. Everybody else, it's like when you get to do something cool from your base class, now everybody else gets to do it too.
Right, yeah, pretty much.
But anyway. But onto the class synergy side of things.
So the last thing on here, guys, looking at the synergy, there's a couple main things that fighters work with, primarily being their extra attacks and attacks and attacks and attacks.
Yeah,
their second winds.
Yep.
The Indomitable, action surge, those are things that, fighters just, that's what makes fighters fighters.
Right.
So when you get a lot of these abilities on here, Rallying Cry gives you a bonus to your second wind ability. Inspiring Surge gives a bonus to your action surge ability, and Bulwark is a bonus to your Indomitable ability. So you're gaining 3 of your abilities, getting bonuses that you're probably going to already be using anyways.
Right.
So pretty good synergy on there. Also, the nice thing that's good with the Royal Envoy is that it doesn't only let you get Persuasion. If you already have it, you get something else that can take its place, so you don't miss out on the ability.
Right.
So you can actually purposely take Persuasion or something initially, and then later on, you get one of these other ability checks that you otherwise wouldn't have had access to, and still get the expertise and the persuasion.
Right.
So that's a nice little bonus on there as well. So actually, a lot of stuff going on here. So we'll just quit beating around the bush. We gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on the center, just because there's lots of bonuses to the stuff you're already going to be using and doing.
And no way does it impede what you would normally be doing either. It just gives your fun stuff that you get to do and make sure everybody else gets to do it too.
Right. So it's like we said, it's more of a support-based subclass, I would say. But you know, and this really kind of lines up with that. You're kind of like the rallying cry leader, like inspiring. You're the Captain America of the group. Like, guys, we can do this.
That's really a good comparison.
We should make Captain America build. That'd be interesting. But
Marvel character
another video.
We tossed around that idea before.
But this one's pretty simple, guys. If you look at it, if it's something that's a little bit different, I mean, there's a lot of different options with fighter. And especially like when you have Arcane Archer and you have, your Battle Masters. There's a lot of different variations. They're really new player friendly, I would say.
Very much so.
Definitely something you can look at it if you have like a new player or something that can kind of feel like they're impacting the battlefield more. Because it's more of a support role, but they're also in there and attacking. So definitely very interesting. Not the greatest, but not the worst either.
No.
It's decent. It's decent.
Definitely plays a role for sure.
But we'll wrap it up there, guys, for this one. So remember, we got that giveaway going on. So, and also, if you like, of course, guys, if you like the video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so our new videos are coming out. There you go. And also, if you win, because if you're gonna do all those things, you'll also be entered in the giveaway, as we said, for Tasha's new book, which is gonna be awesome. We've got tons of new stuff coming out in that. We'll have lots of videos coming out with that as well. So stay tuned to the channel. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.